Hello, everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and today, of course, I was trying to set up as best I could, make the pictures look as good as possible, and it's been a while since I really did much in this room, and I mentioned it earlier today. I would like to do a video on YouTube creator burnout, because I have done it before, and I've had some people seriously wonder what causes people to get burned out. YouTube is a highly competitive environment. It is not something as fun as it used to be, or perceived to be. Let's be honest when I say that, because when I started out with YouTube was like, everybody was having a good time. Everybody was creating content. They were doing videos with their friends or family. They were doing videos like dogs on skateboards and just fun stuff. Okay? And there was some rivalry, but it really wasn't a big deal. Okay? It started to change with the concept of the new YouTube Partner Program, or YPP. It was created around, 2010. Actually, 2011. And at the time, the YPP was pretty much easy for anybody to join. It didn't take much. You said it has something like 1,000 viewer minutes, and have a bank account for your deposits, and it was pretty much it. There was some additional things, like you had to be in good standing. Well, for some of that meant that as they call them, the bad actors could easily hit 1,000 minutes of subscriptions too, by stealing somebody else's work, plagiarizing. Okay, copyright theft. And so YouTube, wanting to get rid of the bad people, decided that they were going to kind of crack down, but what they did was backwards. Here's why. Because at first they said, okay, if you don't make 240,000 viewer minutes a year, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers, you're out of the YouTube Partner Program. This is what was originally created back in, I think, starting in November by Susan Wojcicki. I got this then. Okay, I remember this. And I sat there and my jaw dropped to the floor. I was like, what? I mean, I would be making enough money to maybe buy in a month, a year, or maybe enough to buy a couple of coffees from Starbucks. Alright? So I call it coffee money. I never really quite got paid because the YouTube Partner Program's payment arrangement said, oh yeah, in order to get paid, you have to make at least $100 each month. We'll keep accruing the $100 until you reach the $100, and then we'll cut you a check. Okay? Well, I was kind of close to that $100 at one point, and then I'm still part of the AdSense program. I'm still part of that today. I could technically run ads on other sites, but not on YouTube, right? Well, let's just focus on the story here, okay? Because I have an appointment at 3 o'clock. I gotta leave here about 10 minutes to 3, so I don't have a lot of time to tell the story. So anyway, so I was looking at my viewership. My subscribership at the time was pretty mediocre. It really wasn't. The the viewer minutes just wasn't there under the new rules. No matter what I did. Part of me wanted to keep doing the bcasts and the vlogs like I was doing because I knew how to do them. They were easy to do. I could plan my story ahead of time. I didn't have to worry about having a fixed schedule for live streams. But they just didn't make a lot of viewer minutes. Alright? So I started getting into live streaming with a computer that was substandard and couldn't keep up even a standard definition. Here's a hint. It's not my DSL. That's not what the problem is. Okay? It's actually the Mac itself that is not capable of encoding a live stream in real time and keeping the quality. So that's an issue in its own right. So I started live streaming, and I originally started with the Coffee with Lumi and Michelle. We tried different days. This is before the AdSense situation and the YouTube Partner Program situation. We tried doing the live stream with Coffee with Lumi and Michelle. That had very mixed views at that point because for some reason the kind of clientele that my channel was attracting at that time was just absolutely positively like nobody. Okay? I didn't ask us anything on the show. Again, nobody. Okay? Now we're starting to see that change in the last few months, okay? Which is great. And I'm really thankful. But here's the part of the story you don't know. What happens behind the scenes? Now, when I get up every morning, of course, like many people, I turn on my cell phone. I look to see if there's any messages, comments, see how my stats are doing, and pretty much after I get dressed and put on my foundation, and I'm kind of looking at the numbers, the viewer count, and the likes versus dislikes. By the way, real quick, likes versus dislikes. Now, there's a stupid system. Just to be blunt with you, that is a stupid system. Because it's too broad, okay? But it's one of the concerns that creators have to deal with. Now, so here I am. I've started doing videos once a month, or once a week, then once a day. Then all of a sudden the same thing with the live streams was once a week. Then we tried twice a week, then 3 times a week, then 4 times a week, then 5 times a week. We even tried 7 times a week. And the most frustrating thing of all was that the people that watch the content, they enjoy it. I think they do. I mean, I haven't heard too many of them say it sucks. I haven't heard too many. I've heard some, but well, I really honestly can't satisfy everybody. No matter what you do, you're just gonna end up getting people that say it sucks. You can put the best video out there. You can put a Steven Spielberg type production, and they're gonna still say it sucks, no matter what. Just accept that. But I'm doing this. Originally, I started this out as a wellness recovery activity to help with my recovery and dealing with my Asperger's. And that's how I originally got this channel started. It was what was suggested to me by my case manager at the time there, April, at Wynwood. Now she's working for another organization now. But the point is that she said to me since you really think YouTube videos may be a good choice, why don't you start doing your own channel? Because maybe it'll help with your recovery. And I said, you know what, that's not a half bad idea. This is back in 2011. I already had a YouTube account. In other words, as a content consumer, so I could leave comments. Okay, so it was no big deal. But, So when I first started my very first video, I got on camera, and it was a rainy May day. I seem to remember this somewhat. And it was cold, it was clammy. I was unsure what the hell I was doing. I used the song with Tarja Turunen. My Winter Storm was the title song. And the first video, of course, didn't really go anywhere. Okay, it just didn't go anywhere. Even though the work was put in there, it just didn't go anywhere. But that's not uncommon. When you're just starting out, don't expect that you're going to be making tons of videos and all of a sudden be on the top of the game. That doesn't happen. But I had no comments either. I had no feedback. I had no suggestions of what I was doing good or what I was doing bad. Everything was basically I was watching it, and I couldn't really get anybody to give me an impartial review of the video quality. Now, if I look back at the videos today, I say to myself, holy crap, I've come a long way from those days, haven't I? Let's be honest, that video was fuzzy, that I was nervous as fuck. I didn't even have any way of holding my iPhone 3GS steady. I didn't even know if I was in frame. So I was just starting out when I was unsure if I was going to make it or not. Alright? Well, here's the funniest thing that makes me laugh. A couple of years later, looking back from the first video of May 11th, 2011 or so, all the way to, today. Look at the video quality. What's changed? Not much. I'm still shooting this at 640 by 480, 720 by 576 PAL at 25 frames per second. I'm still using a security camera. I'm still using a composite to FireWire capture device. It's still going into Final Cut Express, and it still gets the leaders and trailers. It's pretty much the same format that I've been using now for at least since 2013. And it hasn't changed. Then a couple months, for a couple weeks, I was shooting HD video on my cell phone, and that was kind of interesting because I don't think my videos really did any much better than when I was shooting in standard definition. Now, here's why I say I wasn't sure, because remember we had the cringe report thing with Shoe Nice, and that did increase my viewership. But it also made me seriously wonder if was it because of Shoe Nice that my videos got more viewers only, or was it also because we were shooting in HD? Even if it wasn't like the cam twist where we had the chats on the screen and the phone number and all the logos and icons. I just don't know which one it was. I think Shoe Nice was a bigger part of it, but I do think that some people like the HD stuff too. But I kind of felt the HD stuff was nice, but here's the problem. I really seriously would like to use cam twist to do the same thing in HD, which would I could have a nice, layout, nice control board, looks good, but I need a faster computer, and I mentioned it over and over again on my channel. Okay, so I'm trying to get that computer choice down for mid-November, December, whenever Connecticut's renters rebate program gives me my payment, because I put in the application. They said around mid-November, maybe December. So that's an issue. Okay, I can't do much about that. It's just a waiting game. Unfortunately, one of the things I am going to be have to get a new one of these, because this thing is beat to hell. Seriously, guys, this thing is shot. The lens on that camera I'm using right now is not the greatest. It's a cheap Chinese lens. It doesn't even work that good. I had the hardest time getting this card to focus, no matter what I did. So the thing here is burnout. Is that the content creators that are creating YouTube videos, they're putting a lot of money and time into the video production. And the audience, it doesn't matter if you're a big guy like PewDiePie or Shoe Nice, or if you're a little guy, it's still time. It's still it's still a very finite resource. It's even worse if you have a family or a job outside of the home, and you're trying to do this because you love it, you enjoy doing it, and yet your content is becoming to the point where now you got to start making in so many videos, or you're going to be lost on the trending video page. It's really hard to make a video every day and not feel like, when can I take a holiday? When can I take a few days off? Now the big guys, YouTube is starting to realize the big guys need possible assistance to keep up with the video production. But the little guys, they're like saying, fuck you. We don't want to deal with you. Fuck you. We don't want you. Fuck you. Well, why? Because we're the little guys that eventually will become the big guys, right? But in the last year, they have done everything they could to mostly only have highlighters. The ones, the big guys, the big stars. They're getting all the press, all the publicity, and negative press too. For example, we all know about the situation with Logan Paul and Jake Paul and PewDiePie and a few other guys and gals. And that's great that they can get the press from TMZ, etc., etc., etc. But the little guys and gals were like, well, how do we break through the glass ceiling? It's like, what do we do? And I've been struggling that myself. It's like, I want to hit 1,000 subscribers for January. How am I going to hit 1,000 subscribers for January? I can't do much more than I'm doing. I try to get co-hosts, and they get intimidated by the people who are on the channel, who sometimes unknowingly say things that gets my co-host upset. For example, with Sue and Krista and others, they feel, oh yes, Rhonda, let's not forget Rhonda. Okay, I know some of you guys didn't like Rhonda's personality and stuff, but that's her personality, okay? You just have to accept that. But what I'm trying to get at is, the kind of person you need to be doing on YouTube as a co-host is you need someone who's not afraid to fire a few salvos back. But with the new paradigm change at YouTube, it's like, I don't want to turn my show into a shock channel where I'm trying to scare you or make fun of people. That was not my intention on my channel in the beginning. Let's take, for example, where my channel originally was. I'm trying to cover a few things at once so that I can edit these pieces in. If it fits in, I'm going to put it into the video. If it doesn't fit, I'm going to leave it out. That's how I do. That's why I shoot so much video. Is because if something fits in to my train of thought, I keep it. If it doesn't, I throw it away. In this case, we're talking about the fact is that you're creating a content, you're creating a video, you're talking about a subject. Okay? And originally when I started the channel, that was me talking about me. Literally, me. How my day is, what I was doing, what I feel about this or that. And I still do that, but I also realized, of course, that's really, really kind of two-dimensional. It doesn't flush me out as a person. All you see with me is a talking head on a couch with stuffed animals behind me. That doesn't tell you about what it doesn't show you how I feel. It doesn't show you the kind of things I do. All it just shows you is a talking head sitting on a couch with stuffed animals behind her. That's it. That's boring. I'll be honest, that's boring. If I had to sit there and watch me, and I do, obviously, watch me every day, I would be like, you're a smart person. Why don't you come up with something new? And then you're like, because the problem is, with my limited resources, new is not always what I'm going to end up getting. I'm actually surprised, by the way, that putting away the air conditioner got as many views as it did. That was surprising. I didn't expect 41 plus views from putting away an air conditioner. Holy crap! Those are putting away an air conditioner. But it seems that deep down, you want to know more of our personal lives and what we're doing in our homes, and that's fine. Sometimes it's okay. But don't forget, on-screen talent also has, for some reasons, whatever it may be, they don't want to divulge everything about you themselves. That's, in fact, not, Natasha 78D said the same thing. Let me explain what she said. Thanks to social media, and she was talking mostly about the younger generation, but I'm going to use this domain. Thanks to social media, you are telling your entire life story out there on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Everything about you is being exposed. Even things that you shouldn't be saying things about yourself is getting exposed. Prospective employers are starting to look at people's Facebook pages. So let's say, for example, in, say, 3 years after you graduate from high school, you go into a workplace, and the next thing it does is the employer says, okay, let me see what your Facebook resume looks like. And you may not realize that. Facebook resume. I didn't put it back together, a Facebook resume. Oh, yes, you did. Every post you agree with or disagree with, every video you shoot, every topic you responded to is actually like a character report of what you are or who you are. For some of us older generation, that's kind of like a little bit much, even for me. I want to give the NSA every piece of information to where I'm going, where I've been, how I'm doing. But there are times when I just have to say, that's kind of a bit much, don't you think? And that's when I kind of have to clamp down a little bit. Because the truth is, there are a lot of people out there that really live off this stuff. You know the kind of people, I certainly know them. In a local community, that might be like the local gossip person that sits there and says, oh, did you hear what he or she said? Did you see what they did? Now it's like, oh, here's the video to prove what they did. I'm like, enough already. Really? Talk about burnout. You basically totally sacrifice whole total everything that's about you, even the most private things, the most secret things, is all of a sudden out there. Everybody's watching it. I've seen videos of people taking a poop in the toilet on social media. Are you serious? I don't mean just you lost to go in the door and close the door. I mean literally sitting on the pot and doing the business and doing the video. That's a little bit much, isn't it? So for content creators, we're sitting there going, we're seeing what the trends are, and we're going, hell, I don't think I'm ready for that. I've had, there's times when you just need to have a little bit of me time, okay? So that's why recently I usually kept Tuesdays and Thursdays for me time so that I can focus on the things I gotta do that I don't want to become a social media event on, like doing laundry, cleaning a cat box, sweeping the floor with all cat hair. Do you really want to watch me sweeping this floor to get rid of cat hair? I don't think so. But it seems to be the kind of thing that people are wanting to watch. is get to know the person intimately. And here's the thing. Some of these people know more about the stars than their stars' own families. That's pretty extreme, isn't it? It's true. Watch, for example, I know it's a cartoon, but seriously, watch Total Drama World Tour. Watch Sierra versus Cody. Sierra is this vlogger, gossiper woman that has the hots for Cody. Okay, I know it's a kid's show, but it's a good example. It's a kid's show, so it definitely will match with a lot of different age groups. How does Cody feel about it? He doesn't want to be a part of her limelight. He just wants to go ahead and be Cody. And she's got the hots for this guy, so she's like stalking him. She's like a groupie. Oh, Cody, my Cody. But the point here is there are times when content creators got to deal with the same work as everybody else does. Same domestic responsibilities, same personal needs. And that is where it can be a real challenge. Because if you're doing videos every day and you have a following, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the following starts saying things like, oh, Michelle, you need to do a 24-hour live stream so we can see everything you do. Everything from taking a shit to getting out of bed in the morning. That's where I kind of go, no. No, I draw the line there. That's a bit much. I don't think that's fair to me, and that certainly isn't fair to you. What is churn? Might as well cover that. Basically, churn is like when you... Okay, let me give you an example of churn in a non-YouTube way. Let's say you have a favorite restaurant. And you go to this favorite restaurant, say with your date, say maybe once a week, every week. And you've been going there every week. And you're regular, you know the staff knows you, they even know what you're ordering, why you order the stuff you order. Okay, in other words, you're regular, and you've been with them a long time. Now, let's say churn would be is, you walk in a restaurant, say, you do it for a few days, and then you never come back. A couple examples of those can extend. For example, when I was at in 2015, when I was at Roadway Inn, there was two restaurants I went to. One was Christie's, and the other was the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Both were pretty much 2 times, and then I was done with them. Okay. And it's just like when you go into YouTube, you watch a couple of videos in the channel, and then you unsubscribe and you leave. You don't stay. You're not going to be a regular because it's either A, it's the content didn't really appeal to your palate, or B, you saw a better video on another channel that was more along your liking or political viewpoint. In the case of Christie's, the biggest killer for me was the price of the dinner. I really was shocked at how much Christie's was charging for something simple as a hamburger or cheeseburger. Finally muscled up some money. I got myself a steak dinner. It wasn't bad, but it was just a bit much, price-wise. Same thing with KFC. How often can you eat at the all-you-can-eat buffet at KFC and not feel like you're a walking grease bag? I really didn't like that much. That's the nature of KFC, right? So we know that. So come in there, eat a couple meals at KFC, and that was it. My stomach said, no more of this. This isn't worth it. It's the same thing with content creators. Is when you go in and you're seeing a video, you might see one or two good videos on the channel. And it really appeals to you. You like it. They say, click subscribe. Or like in my case, click on the little blue square in the lower right-hand corner that says subscribe NESQ. So you stick around, and you click the bell for notifications. So you get your notifications, and you see the content, and you're like, this doesn't really doesn't really excite me as much as the first video I saw from Michelle. I'm going to unsubscribe. See, you unsubscribe. There's your turn. There's your turn right there. Okay? You came in, you watched a few videos, and you left. I've done that plenty of times, too, so it's not like I'm not guilty of that. But when we start talking about the likes versus dislikes things, and the viewer retention, I'm going to be honest, viewer retention is a little more useful than the likes versus dislikes system. Because if you know that in the first 5 minutes of a video, that's when all my users start dropping off like flies after that, then you know, okay, I got about 5 minutes to get a story in and get it out fast. Okay? But when I see a like or dislike, it doesn't tell me nothing. Some people who click dislikes because it's just, because they do. They don't even have to watch the video. Watch 1 second of it, dislike, and leave. That's it. That doesn't tell you, the content creator, why they dislike the video. And when you ask them, they say like, duh, I didn't like your video because of blank. What is this, Match Game 76 here? What am I supposed to say when you say blank? Oh, because it was too short, or is it too long? Was it too dark? Was it too bright? Was it my hair looked bad? Did I not have a good organized subject? Okay, see what I'm saying? Now, it used to be a little more of a rating system, similar way eBay has a feedback system now, where you could actually click stars on different things, and that was more accurate, because that would tell me, like, is it the presentation? Is it the set? Is it the lighting? Is it the presentation? Like how it's being discussed? And if I get stars on each of those things, and I'll be honest, I do like when I get feedback, but I would say honestly, for those who really seriously wanted to leave feedback, okay, I've said this before, but it's true. Because the system is so screwed up, it's just better to send me a comment, guys, really. Because at least a comment, I can actually respond to your objections or your kudos. If you like the video, let me know that too. It doesn't hurt. It just gives me an idea if I'm doing something right or if I'm not doing it right. So we're going to continue, obviously, to do the live streams, and that's obviously going to stick around because that's the whole point. This video is I wanted to just explain that, these videos take a lot of work. They're not just thrown together shindigs. They take a lot of work, preparations to do them. So I wanted to focus on those things so you had a better idea how it all works. But for now, I want you to know that I'm going to continue to work on making the videos better quality and making improvements in the technology. But what I need from you is to share these videos with your friends and family. And please do subscribe. It would help so much. I mean, we just got to get 1,000 subscribers. And once we hit the 1,000 subscribers, then I can go ahead and turn on the YouTube Partner Pro, put in my application, and be ready to go. And that would be so great. And I will make a deal with you guys. I will keep the ads to a minimum. I know some of the YouTube Partner Program people put 1 million ads in their videos. And it would be nice if they did, if the system would let them, give them a heads up, or they could say, knowing of, say every 10 minutes, and say, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsor, and then come back. But that's a different story. We'll talk about that when it comes to it. But for now, I always only had originally ran one ad. But I do have to give a plug for something. I do market. And that is TunnelBear. TunnelBear is a VPN service that will make it possible for you to protect yourself and your family from the bad guys. Let's be honest, guys. It's the 21st century. Everybody likes to spy on everybody. And there's no reason why your private life should be out there in public ears. So that's why you need a VPN. TunnelBear will encrypt your data from your computer to their servers. And you can choose to peer from anywhere in the world on one of their many servers. so you don't have to be even noticed in the same location you really are. The application is available for Mac OS, Windows, iOS, Android, and it's an extension for Chrome. So you can protect yourself and your family from the bad guys. But by encrypting your data, it makes it really hard for them to find you, sniff you, poke you, and steal from you. Look, we live in a dangerous time and we need to protect ourselves. Check the links below to find out more of the different offers for Tunnel Bear. You'll be glad you did. But for now, we'll see what happens with that in the future. Bye-bye, guys.